Okay, here we go. So I'm really pleased to welcome Mick, who is a lovely lady I've been working with since February, I think. So it's a good, I don't even know how many months that is. How many months is that, Mick?
It's about 6 months now.
6 months, yeah. And Mick has very kindly agreed to have a little chat, really, and just talk about our what it's been like for her working with me. And I'm going to ask her a few questions. So it's not a test. And we're just going to have a chat and see where it goes. You okay with that, Mick?
That's really good. Yeah.
Okay. So would you mind telling a little bit about why you came to coaching in the first place? You know, what you were hoping to resolve or improve?
I had problems in a relationship. Things seemed to be going wrong for me. There was lots of different things that seemed to be affecting my life at the time. Didn't feel like I had control, and I was very emotional about a lot of things from different places and different people. And I just couldn't get a handle on it anymore. So I thought I needed some help. Went searching on the internet and met you.
Mm-hmm. So was this your first experience of coaching?
Yes, I had sort of short experiences of like counselling, about like just reflecting back on your feelings and looking at reasons why. But that wasn't really answering my questions. So I didn't think it was counselling I needed, but I needed some help still. So I went more along a life coach aspect and looked for a different angle.
So how would you explain or describe what we've done over the last 6 months?
Lots of chats, lots of good conversations. But it was a bit different from counselling, as in me just talking about all my problems. You were always there to listen to me, but it was a way of getting me to reflect back and look at things from a different angle. The first conversations were very much just about understanding why I was looking at those things and how they were affecting me. And then we went into more the 3 Ps that just helped a lot more, make more sense, and took me through sort of different ways of viewing my past, my present, and my future, and helped me unravel a lot of things and what was important to me.
Okay, what did you appreciate most about working together?
I felt like you understood me. You allowed me to talk, but didn't allow me to, I want to say, wallow in it a bit, because things were a little bit emotional. So it was allowing some of that, but not for that to become all-encompassing. And you helped to take me up to a different level of looking at things. I think that was about the most important thing, that it was a balance between understanding my emotions, but how can we look at why those emotions were part of my life, and how can we take an extra look that wasn't just about emotions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mentioned the 3 Ps, which I don't really need to go into at the moment, but coming from that understanding about how life works, you know, and getting an understanding of how our psychological system works, what would you say was your sort of biggest insight or light bulb moment, as we like to call it sometimes?
I think it was come to that realization that it was the way that I was constantly thinking about what had happened that was now starting to be part of the past, but I was keeping those past thoughts alive by constantly thinking about them. So the relationship between thought and your emotions and how you take that on board. So starting to separate them out, starting to unravel that and allowing the past to be a bit more of the past, because I wasn't constantly rethinking, reanalyzing those thoughts. So starting to live a little bit more for the present. That really helped me, I think, which made me then start to look more forward towards the future, which was very difficult for me to do before.
So how have things changed? I mean, how 6 months down the line, we're still working together, but
Yep.
6 months down the line, how have things changed? How are you feeling now?
A lot more lifted, not so emotional, very much in not looking at how the whole world has it in for me.
That's a biggie.
Feeling a lot more aware. I'm hesitant to use the word in control of my life because I don't see it as control anymore, but not out of control either.
Right.
So, but much more within my own life now, and starting to look about what I want out of my life, what I want to do, who I am as a person, and looking inside a lot more, looking at myself inside and what that means, which is where, like I say, we continue to work on and looking at stage 2 of that now.
Yeah. Okay, that's all brilliant, actually. Thank you very much. Can I just, one last thing, what would you say to anyone who was considering working with me, you know, who maybe is kind of sitting on the fence going, well, I'm not sure?
It's scary at first. It's scary because you're aware of opening up doors in your own self, but you've been so supportive and gentle and helped those doors to open, and they've brought in a lot more light. So it can be scary at the very start, but go for it, because there's a lot more wonderful things out there than you can realize.
Oh, well, that's brilliant. I would just like to add something to the end of this, is that thank you so much for that, everything you've said.
Michael,
and this is just what you don't want to happen. Just what you don't want to happen is your phone going off, and it's my dad. So even though my phone is on silent, it comes through because he's on a special call. Anyway, not to worry, we'll carry on. So all I wanted to say is that it's been really good working with you, and I have the utmost respect for anyone who's, you know, considering.
Michael Crab or Michael Mobile.
I can't believe it. I can't, like, I don't know how to say. Oh, this was going so well. What I was trying to say is I have the utmost respect for anybody who is brave enough to look at this, because it does take courage. But I think, you know, it was worth it for me, which is why I do this. So I'm really, really pleased it's been worth it for you. And I'm not sure if we'll be able to use this or not now with them. It's going to ring again any minute. But I'm going to sign off now and say thank you. And I'm going to stop recording.